Okay, so have you ever been in a situation whereby you admire something so much, you desire this thing, you want it? This is one of the things you are hoping, praying, or probably even praying to God for. And at a point, you don't know when you started speaking against those things. So let me give you a background story. Something happened to me not quite too long. Um, I went for my son's vaccination, for his 9 months vaccine. And while we were there waiting, I went with my sister and I heard some other mothers that were also there. They were not too far from where I was, right? And they were just telling each other, "Ah, that baby's big, oh. Like what could she be giving the baby to eat? It looks big." And the other woman was maybe smiling at me, you know. And the other woman, replied, uh, "Who knows? Not all babies that looks big are eating healthy." In Yoruba, "Ó kúrẹ̀ kújẹkújẹ lọ́kún fún ọmọ yẹn jẹ." you know, Not because baby is big does not mean baby is good and healthy. I don't know. They were so close that I could hear what they were saying. So probably they thought that I did not understand Yoruba. I don't know. And I just allowed them enjoy themselves with the gossip and the gist. So they're just going back and forth and answering each other, and some other mothers were trying to, hear what they were saying. And I was like, if you really so much really want to know what I'm giving my son to eat, you could have asked me. And truthfully, my son is healthy. Like, actually, when we got there, I noticed that it was the biggest baby there. Not because they were not older babies, but physically is a big baby, right? Big baby. He was even shouting. It was just very active, and that's my baby, right? So I don't know, probably in a way. And as I was just thinking about the whole thing, because at the point I actually asked the mothers, "Are you talking to me?" So I actually spoke Yoruba back to them just for them to know that I understand Yoruba. So I was like, "Empa mi Winnie." So they looked at each other like, "Oh, that means she has been listening to what we're saying all along." So they're like, "Ah, no, no, ma, no, ma." I was like, "Oh, okay, no problem." And it just got to me. And I was just thinking about the whole thing. Like, if you really, really desire to know what I'm giving my child, you could have asked. Trust me, my baby is healed, eating good, like eating good. As a nutritionist and a dietitian, is eating good, right? And it just brought me to start thinking about how that sometimes we see a picture, we see a representation, we see an image of what we desire. And this is not to, speak bad of those mothers. Obviously, not every baby will look big. I think it's even more genetic because is huge, tall, and big. So it's almost like inevitable, right, for him to be big, but is eating good and he has an appetite anyway. So what I'm just trying to say is that sometimes we see a representation of what we want. It's okay to desire that, oh, your baby eats well, your baby looks good, it looks fresh, it looks so active. It's beautiful to desire these things. But when you've probably tried something and probably it's not working for you, and this is just the way me I see life. I did not take it personal. I just started seeing it in another light. That how could it be that you see something you love? Because truthfully, every mother desires for their baby to look good, you know, to be active and all of those things. This is one thing you desire. This is representation of your desire. And this is me physically there. You could have asked me, "Oh, Mama, what are you giving your son to?" I could have shared probably some tips that you can actually find healthy. But no, you decided to gossip. And it just brought me to that. Sometimes this is what we do to ourselves. We see people out there doing good in their business, in their marriages, in their relationships. And because we are not having their kind of results, even though their results, their own experience, their own present state is our own hope. Instead of us to ask questions, instead of us to ask questions, we make assumptions. Oh, they are doing something else. Oh, it's a runs girl. Oh, she's doing this. No, they are dubious people. No, that is how they do. Rich and evil people. And I was just like, that's my son. He always likes to register his presence, right? Oh my god. That's why I'm using a mic just to. I really hope this mic cuts out all this, the sounds, right? So back to what I was saying. Okay, so I was just trying to say that I just hope that we are not doing these things to ourselves. Yeah, this looks so almost insignificant, doesn't look so serious, right? But trust me, there can be probably, who knows, probably there is an area of your life right now, and there's someone that is already in your tomorrow, in the things you're hoping, in the things you want to do, and you know of someone in your space that's already having that result. Don't even let us go too far. Probably there is a relationship that you're admiring to have with someone. There's someone you would love to have as a friend. In fact, from this video, what I'm going to do from now is anybody I want to have, because sometimes we pray for a lot of things. Oh God, give me good connection, bring people my way. Do you think those people will just match up to you? What if you're supposed to be the one to walk up to them? What if you are supposed to be the one to stretch forth the hand of friendship first? We're always expecting the other person to come to us. What if you're supposed to be the first person to send a message, pitch yourself, tell them what you do, ask them to patronize you? You're always wanting to be on your high horse and being the person that people will always come to, and oh, please, can you be my friend? People are crying to be your friend. You can always ask people, please, I want you to be my friend. In fact, I want to do something. I want you to be a part of it. And truthfully, from now, I'm going to be anything I desire, I go for it. Anybody I want to be my friend, a partner. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. I'm not doing this, just blindly, right? As allowed by the Spirit of God. What I'm saying is that once I know I desire something and it aligns with God's plan for me, I don't wait for a miraculous opportunity or a supernatural to happen. So far, I know I can reach out, or I know someone that can reach out, or I can access this person. Just go for it. So this is just my meditation, and I just hope it really helps someone. Probably that thing you're struggling with right now. You know of someone that can help you. You know someone that probably has the answers. Just come up, calm down from your high horse. Seriously, these things does not change you. It does not change your name. Doesn't have the print all over. Nobody will even know if you have asked those questions, or if anybody. In fact, the worst anyone can say to you is no. Can you be my friend? No. Can we do this together? No. Can you patronize me? No. Can you give me this thing for free? No. So just go ahead and ask. 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 I'm just remembering, a lot of things that I've done, and some people will think that, oh, a lot of things came almost like on a platter. Because when people start saying that, oh, she put this together, most of those things were given freely. I asked, please, can you give me this space for free? And they were, okay, you can use it. Oh, can you give me this? Oh, you can use this. But sometimes we don't really ask, and we assume that we will not get. And you will not get because you believe you will not get it. So this is a new week, and we're already in the second half of the year. Those things you really desire to do, those things you want to do, those things you plan to do, those things you are eyeing, those people you really want to, have your conversations with, go ahead and do it. Stop asking for permission. Just go ahead. The worst you can get is no. Peace.